Welcome everybody to another episode of the Providence Lucha Talk. I'm your boy Jay.
And it's Lucito.
And we here to talk about everything and anything that has to do with wrestling. We are recording a few days before SummerSlam, and our main focus tonight will be about prediction on who will be winning or a certain outcome that should be occurring this Saturday at SummerSlam 2003 in Detroit. I'm personally hoping that it will be a little bit more hype since Backlash, Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
I think so far that has been my favorite pay-per-view so far this year. WrestleMania followed by that, Royal Rumble. But Backlash has been...
Yeah. But also helped that, Bad Bunny, those a lot of hype, and it helped that you had other...
EO got a good push, LA, Damian Priest.
Even Selena, even though she lost, but it was kind of back home.
LWO, yep. That's part of the reason why I think the crowd, the energy of Puerto Rico itself has made it more like...
True.
If you're going to do a pay-per-view, do it here. Mm-hmm. The UK, I think... I think they did it was Money in the Bank or something, that it was okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't really felt that energy compared to...
And also they try to do not too many, I know we kind of mentioned that on the review on that pay-per-view, but they had a lot of returns, you had the John Cena, you had Brock Lesnar, and that McIntyre, they waited on the McIntyre a little bit, but it was just they try to do not too much, but it was just they didn't let the pay-per-view breathe on its own rather than Backlash. You know what you were expecting, they delivered, and even though there wasn't enough matches, it was just a good pay-per-view. It was well-rounded.
And they brought people in, Carlito and such, to help out in the match. A lot of a well-built card. So that's why I'm seeing that out of all of the wrestling program, even Forbidden Door,
True,
Backlash has been my favorite. And I'm hoping SummerSlam will top that if it's possible. Forbidden Door for me, it was just a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? A lot of activities going on, very lengthy matches too. Even though I do have respect for what New Japan and AEW are doing, but it was just lengthy for my liking. If that's your cup of tea, kudos, but it wasn't mine. That's all I'm saying. All right? So, let's dive into these prediction. Let's start off with the SummerSlam Battle Royale. I feel like this might be like a pre-show event before the actual show. And there's not a lot of cards happening too, but the SummerSlam Battle Royale, we have a few names listed that will be partaking in this matchup. In front of me, I have Ciampa, I have LA Knight, Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, Otis, and Chad Gable. I'm assuming, because there's not a number of how many people are partaking, I'm thinking this is going to be between 20 to 30 people. Yeah. Adam Pearce did announce that Sheamus and LA Knight are going to be the first two contestants to start off this Battle Royale. So, with that being said, and so far the number of stars that have been mentioned, who do you think will be coming out with a W?
I think it's going to be, I know they're trying to do a big push for LA Knight. I think he's going to probably go in first and going to be the last man standing. I think he don't need a title at the moment. It's kind of missed opportunity with the Money in the Bank situation. But I think him going with Sheamus kind of start off hot, especially them two, the experience and stuff. So they could kind of wait it out with everybody. But I think LA Knight should be... I think the final people, for me, that have been getting a push, it should be the final 2 or 3 or whatever. It should be LA Knight, Shinsuke, Chad Gable, and... I don't know, whoever, like a new person.
Okay.
At least have LA Knight, because those are people that are over with the crowd. Because even, I know Ray is injured. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it to this one, but if Santos Escobar is not having a match, and against Theory, I feel like him throwing him in there would be good but I feel like the people that are kind of over with the crowd, should be kind of last people standing. But I think LA Knight's going to be probably the first one in and last man out.
Okay, I predict that the last two should be LA Knight. I don't think it's going to be Sheamus. Chad Gable have been impressive. I think he beat Gunther a challenge on the last Raw show.
Correct.
So, I mean, he's definitely looking good.
Yeah.
Another person I will push, and this will be a good entry for them too. I'll hope Big E actually come in, have the full clearance to partake in the show. I think if anything, Big E will be my number one choice. LA Knight, and if anything, Chad Gable. Those would be my three picks to win the Battle Royale. The following match is the Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler for MMA rules match. And this is new. It's been a while since we had like an MMA fight. Basically, MMA match is basically standard MMA ruling inside of the ring, where the victor could win by knockout, submission, disqualification, forfeit, or decision by the referee. Now, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary people, this could be, it may be in kind of high possibility that this will be Ronda's last match
I hope so.
in WWE. So, with this information provided to you, Lucito, who's your pick and why?
It has to be Shayna Baszler. Shayna Baszler, she has to win and also by submission. Like, she has to prove a point, because I think they did a lot of, on the Monday and the week before, kind of a lot of promos on kind of like the history between them two. So I feel like it's her retribution to like be able to like get over one against Ronda Rousey. But Shayna Baszler has to win, and she needs this to like be a main event. I like that she's talking more, but it's doesn't feel scripted. It's like her. So I like that there's more.
It's personal.
More essence. You can see her personality more to it, which is good for her. So hopefully she capitalizes from beating Ronda Rousey. But I think Shayna Baszler has to win this one.
Has to win it. As well, I agree with Baszler. Baszler does have to win this. Ronda does not have a perfect score in UFC or in her MMA career. So it's okay if she takes another L. Honestly, is perfectly fine. When it comes to being very technical, I think Baszler definitely have more of the advantage compared to Ronda. Ronda is a judo black belt. She definitely have certain strike, but being technical and also in the ring, I got to give it to Baszler.
Yeah, Baszler has more experience, and she's overall more into the MMA game. But I feel like Ronda Rousey, I feel like they know each other's game. It's gonna be more. I feel like it's gonna be more realistic. It's kind of what they try to do with Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar. They tried to do it, and it wasn't. So I feel like this one's gonna be more legit. And they also work with each other in training and MMA. So it's like we get to see like a real, closest to a real match as possible.
This is the closest thing we're gonna see Ronda giving like a really true performance. Like what she did at that WrestleMania when she did the triple threat match between Becky and Charlotte. It was cute.
Yeah, but she was like not holding back, but she felt off. It's not her style. I feel like now they could just go like let loose, and they're really good.
What would suck if they do like an early call? You know what I'm saying? Referee just make a call and be like, in the match type of deal. I mean, it's good to protect the people, of course, but there has been certain incident where ref called the match early and it looked fixed. And I don't want that. I just want this story to end. And if it's Ronda's last day, best endeavor. Enjoy your time at the farm. Enjoy your time with your family. And, good luck in the Hall of Fame. Well deserved. Other than that, it got to end. That's all I'm trying to say. So, with that being said, we will have Gunther versus Drew McIntyre in the single match for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, as you commented before, Drew McIntyre returned in Money in the Bank. Somehow got involved for the IC title. And I don't know, is this the day or this is the match that Drew finally beat Gunther, or will Gunther will continue on and be one of the longest reigning champion of all time?
So
IC
Gunther,
champion of
so
all time.
Gunther has a thing. I think if I'm correct, at least 60 days or 50 days more to reach or pass Honky Tonk Man, which is the longest one.
Yes.
I would continue the reign. I don't think McIntyre is gonna get it done. I would try to keep Gunther as like the longest person to make it and build more contenders. Shaq Gable had an opportunity, kind of the time trial just to see. So we could see that he could compete and get to that level. So I feel like keep building people to throw at Gunther, but I feel like McIntyre has his time, especially with the triple threat. I think it was in WrestleMania. So like the one I would like to see if Gunther loses to either Ilya Dragunov or Sheamus or even Butch or Pete Dunne, somebody like that. McIntyre is a good competition, especially for this type of pay-per-view, but I don't think he's gonna have enough to
So Honky Tonk has 454 days holding the title.
Yep, and I think he got like 419 or something. Or
13.
Yeah.
So he has 13. He's going to be surpassing one person. And then if he retained the belt till the end of...
At least I think it was until Survivor Series. Then he'll... Because it's like 30...
Nah, even...
Because Survivor Series is October, you know what I'm saying? Like at least to the next pay-per-view.
Yeah, I mean, no, because the next pay-per-view is September 2nd.
Okay. Well,
Payback.
But I was at least until Survivor Series.
So like mid of September, if he hold on to the belt, he'll outlast Honky Tonk. Yeah, Gunther, the story has to continue on.
Yeah.
That's my pick too. Gunther story has to continue to be pushed, being told. It's, Roman is pretty close in beating Bruno's number. I don't see why this dude can beat Honky Tonk numbers. Records are meant to be broken, so it's going to be good for him. And hopefully his first L will be against Sheamus, because we all want Sheamus to finally have a Grand Slam career, and that's the only belt that's missing.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's the only belt. So, Gunther is my pick for that matchup. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. I wish this was more of a no DQ match. Give them more freedom, creativity.
But you still gotta control Logan Paul inside the ring. Like be able to like put all his training in one.
Yes, because he did that against his match against, I believe it was Seth.
Oh, true. And also the thing with Roman too, that he was.
But I think it's Seth. No, was it Seth when KSI was dressed as the Prime thing? And
I think it was Seth.
Yeah. So Logan Paul just need that freedom. You know what I'm saying? You could, keep it in the ring, of course, but no DQ. I guess you give him more creativity, more limitation. I feel like when you give him a table, a ladder, a chair, I feel like they could do it. But in his previous podcast, when he was talking about the botch, it kind of scared him in a sense. I'm not sure if he's just like selling it or he was legitimately scared, so maybe that's the reason why they're not doing no DQ. But me personally, I would love for them to have that freedom. But if you had to pick between the two,
I think Logan's gonna pull one off.
Logan is what's his record so far?
He lost against Roman. And he lost against Seth.
So
he's been like 3-2 or 2-2 or something. Because he's being missed 2 or 3 times.
He lost in the Money in the Bank. That's so 0-3. Did he beat the Miz?
He was 2-0 before getting into like the championship, like either 3-0 or 2-0 before going against Roman.
He was 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's say he's 2-3.
Yeah.
Because the Money in the Bank situation. Not a bad track record.
Yeah.
Not a bad track, but I don't want my guy Ricochet to be a jobber. I need my guy Ricochet to get this W. Personally, like I need this man to be pushed to be either contender.
But he should
But
beat Logan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on. I need Logan. I need Ricochet to beat Logan, so that way once again Ricochet could be contender for a mid-card championship between the North American or the U.S. title.
Okay.
That's what I need this
Yeah.
to be for him. That's why I'm picking Ricochet. If Logan Paul beat him, that's cool, you know? But he's already a millionaire.
Yeah.
That's nothing to him. You know what I'm saying? He just satisfied that he's rolling in the mat with other pro wrestler. But for Ricochet career, this could give him an opportunity to be like, if Santos Escobar doesn't win, that's a good opportunity for Ricochet. If Wes Lee and Mustafa doesn't figure out their stuff, even though they lost in their triple threat match against Dominique, then Ricochet was a previous North American champion. Go at it again. Become a 2-time or 3-time, whatever the number of time you've been champion. I think that's a great opportunity for him. So that's why I'm picking Ricochet. But what was your thoughts?
Yeah, no, Ricochet should be, like, doesn't matter if it's like DQ, non-DQ, Ricochet should beat Logan, period.
Okay. Yep.
But I think something's going to happen. Logan's going to, like, pull it off somehow. And, like, I feel like that's going to, like, if Ricochet loses, it will help him out, but I feel like it will break him from his thing that he's going, like, I feel like he's stuck in a rut, like, he's neither good or bad, or, like, he's just, like, whatever, which is not, like, he's not hot or cold, he's, like, in between. It's, like, people doesn't, like, people are indifferent about him, so it's, like, if he maybe turns heel or rebrand or something, he needs something to reboot him, so maybe him losing might give him a reality check to be like, I've got to this point, and I lost against a
Logan
YouTuber,
Paul.
you know what I'm saying, like, so he needs to, like, rebrand or something.
I mean, like...
Because everybody who's being rebranded, like, for example, the Street Profit kept losing, and they kind of being rebranded right now. Same thing with Bianca Belair. Like, she lost her title and kind of lost it all. Now she's, like, reinvigorated herself. Some other people, so you kind of have to lose it all to, like, find yourself. Something Ali kept losing a lot. But now he went back. So it's, like, they need something to, like, rebrand or redo themselves. So this could be his, like, restart.
And nothing is wrong with getting that North American belt. That's what I'm saying. Nothing is wrong with that. However, I wish you check out the reel that I saw of Stone Cold. So they asked Stone Cold around like 2000, like 2002, 2003 to come back and work with Brock so he could take the L.
Yeah.
And he was like, and Stone Cold was like, I don't mind losing to a person, but as long as there's purpose and as long as we could get a good payout. And he decided not to go because honestly, there was no payout. It's just, he felt like it was not as beneficial for his character than what they were trying to do with Brock. And it was like, nah, sure. And he said he lost the respect of his peer and he lost some money, but he made sure that Stone Cold is still one of the baddest wrestler of all time. And Ricochet, I just need you to bring in that dog out of you and just become one of the best performers, high risk athlete, high flyer athlete that WWE has to offer. Because in the Indies, dude, you were a fucking monster.
Yeah, he was good. Excellent as Prince Puma. Like, it was great.
He was a fucking monster. Like, goddamn. Triple threat match for the women's WWE Women's Championship. We have Asuka, the champ, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair. Triple threat match. There's no DQ. Anything could go. This is a story that's been building up pretty well since Asuka took the championship from Bianca. She was crowned as the inaugural WWE Women's Championship. Is Asuka coming out with the belt, or do you see new champion?
I see a new champion.
Okay.
But I think it might be option D. I think we might see a cash in, and Io might take it.
During the match or after the match? Because that's the difference. During the match, she's involved, and there's a chance that she might lose her cash in.
I would say after the match.
After the match is like, that person could get jumped, walk out, Io music playing, rush in, and then...
I think Io catches in at the end.
Okay. I mean, it's been a while since she's like 30 days plus with the briefcase, so okay.
Because I think it's probably the best opportunity for her to be here at the moment. Because it's like, even if she really wanted to compete, which she does, but I feel like her character at the moment is not there yet. I feel like she could insert herself as a fourth person,
Yes.
but she has to come out of it. And since she's in a heel group, I don't think it fits yet. So I feel like either she needs to, with the Damage Control, attack whoever wins, and then do it, or like get everybody out and just her do her finish and like basically hold the other two and do her finish and win. But I think this would be her best opportunity to win it.
I don't see Io cashing in yet, personally. I do see Asuka retaining the belt. And the reason why I see Asuka retaining the belt, because I feel like there's going to be a moment where Charlotte might do something sneaky to Bianca, and then that's going to trigger them to go back and forth, and Asuka could just do like a small package, 1, 2, 3, get out of it, and it leaves those two titans in that ring for a nice matchup in Payback for the next pay-per-view. Because that story...
that has a container,
Yeah, Bianca just need a clean win against Charlotte for her to say, I'm the second person to defeat all of the horsewomen, the pillars of WWE. So that's what I'm hoping for. Asuka retaining and the storyline continue between Charlotte and Bianca. Yours is Io Sky cashing in after the match. No matter who's the winner, if you had to pick a winner, who you think gonna win?
It's probably gonna be Asuka.
Okay, so
if it's between the three, Asuka, but I think Io should. I think if I was booking, I would have Io return, cash it in.
Fair enough. Now, Seth freaking Rollins is facing once again 7-year match of 7 year against Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship. Do Finn win it, or do Rollins retain the belt?
Seth is retaining. I want Finn to win it, but I feel like the X factor of Damian Priest, I think that's going to affect... Something's going to happen between the group, so I feel like he's going to get distracted by Damian or something's going to happen, but I think Seth is going to end up winning this one again.
Okay.
I don't think the Prince can get the job done.
I could see... I predict your prediction about the women's match.
Yeah, on this one.
On this one.
Okay.
With the friction that we've been seeing between Finn Balor and Damian Priest, it seems like there could be like a moment that Seth and Finn knock each other out.
Yeah.
And while they're counting 1, 2, I think that's a great opportunity for Damian Priest to be involved in the match.
Okay.
Take out Finn, 1, 2, 3 on Seth Rollins with his special, and becomes the new heavyweight champion. Seth Rollins has been doing an amazing job as being the inaugural world heavyweight champion. I don't think it's inaugural is the word, right, to be honest with you, because...
But it's a new championship. It's not...
I mean, that title been around before when WCW was merged with WWE, so I don't feel like he's the inaugural, but he definitely is like the new...
For the new design, yeah.
For the new design, sure. So, yeah, I could see Damian Priest being the person to, like, cash in and actually win.
It should, yeah. But I think that's why I think Seth, I don't think he's going to be able to... Like, he's going to be able to keep it, but this would be a great, especially for, like, Money in the Bank, especially for Damian, like, he won Money in the Bank. I feel like he needs to either this one or Survivor Series, or, like, it needs to be, like, at a major point of the calendar for him to, like, cement himself as, like, like, it's my time, rather than, like, a regular TV show, which wouldn't be mine, for those who watch and stuff, but it has to be, like, on paper to make it even, like, a bigger moment.
Highly agree. So, let's see what happens at the end of this matchup. So, I'm saving the Romans last. So, this is part 3 between Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes, after his match against, in Money in the Bank, he faced someone else, and he was not that important. I think it was Dominique.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he won his match against Dominique, and that was just a little buffer for the actual match that is going to be happening this SummerSlam between Brock Lesnar, Cody Rhodes. Brock Lesnar got a win over Cody Rhodes in the previous pay-per-view, which I'm assuming it was WrestleMania, I want to say. It wasn't Backlash.
Cody won a Backlash.
Cody won a Backlash.
And Brock
he wanted the following, but it was not Money in the Bank. It was something else.
Correct.
We're working on the detail, but basically they're 1-1. So now this is going to be the tiebreaker to finish the whole series of this matchup. I believe that Cody is not going to win this match. I feel like Brock is really going to hurt Cody. I feel like Cody might be out for a Survivor Series.
Okay.
And once again, returning between Elimination Chamber, WrestleMania type of vibe. I feel like Brock is going to break the arm.
I think Cody's going to pull it off.
Wow.
I know he's basically going through the same John Cena program when he came back going against Roman Reigns. Like he lost against Roman Reigns, goes through Brock Lesnar and kind of rebuilds his way up. So he needs to pull it off. I don't know how he's going to do it, but he has to pull it off.
Well, one thing for sure, Brock Lesnar is Mr. SummerSlam besides Randy Orton, and I don't think he's going to let Cody Rhodes take this from him to break the tiebreaker.
Yeah,
personally,
true.
I think it's like Brock is just going to crack, giving Cody the flexibility to do more of the stuff behind the scene, work on other documentary if needed, but so preserve Cody, basically.
Okay.
Just preserve Cody as much as you can and see what happened in 2024.
Yeah.
That's what I see.
Yeah, I think the story has to continue, but Cody needs to get over Brock Lesnar because I feel like this chapter has to be done. So I feel like he has to. For me, that's why he needs to win it. Just Brock could either do all the things or show up or do something, mess with other people. But
absolutely. Finally, we have a unique match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship and the recognition as the Tribal Chief in a tribal combat between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso. And in this matchup, right, according to the rules, all I'm seeing is that this is going to be similar as a no disqualification match. Anything could go. I'm not seeing any special rules in my part on what could be happening in this matchup. So basically, no DQ. Yep, no DQ. So I'm wondering your thoughts.
Roman retains. Jay's going to look good on this match. But it's basically going to be kind of a free-for-all. You're going to have all four helping each other. So I think Solo's going to help out and try to distract, and same thing Jay. But I think Roman's, his stories, it can't be over yet. I'm not saying him hold it until WrestleMania or whatever, because I wouldn't mind seeing the match that we were supposed to get,
With what?
With Cody, the finish that, how the story is supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
That's the Cody, not the Rock one. No.
Oh, I'm about to
not
say,
the Rock
I was crying for a second. I'm like, bro.
But something I the final payout, basically Cody has to get over one with Roman, or go over against the top guy of the company, which at the moment is Roman. But I think it's the Usos, they're doing well, and I like that they go and trying the Solo thing. But Solo Sikoa, I feel like he's kind of like the X factor with everything. I feel like eventually you have your muscle turning against their handler. I feel like Solo has to have a match against Roman and possibly take the title from him or something. So I feel like it's going to be a good match. I think it's going to be everybody's going to get involved. maybe we might see new people being recruited, added on to the tribal chief tribe. Who knows? Because there might be some free agents, and there's other people. You never know.
What, they gonna pick up Jacob and Homeboy from New Japan?
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't show up on Forbidden Door.
So same thing with he's not ready yet, but same thing with Umaga's son. He just started, but you know what I'm saying, like he could still be in development and kind of like be part of an X. I don't know, but I feel like the story can't be over yet, and I feel like it's gonna be good. It's just they need to stretch this a little bit more. So you also have like the Reign going over because you want at least Bruno Sammartino, and it just makes the story a little longer and keep throwing more people at Roman. Like I feel like Roman now it's mortal, like beatable. So now he's in his head. So now it's like let's see where the story goes from there. But Roman retains.
So currently Roman is 1,064 days as champion. Jay has been doing well. He's been hot. The crowd has behind him. And I'm afraid Triple H is afraid to take chances. I'm afraid that Triple H doesn't really listen to the crowd because there has been, I saw a post on Twitter that there has been 4 occasion. The 2 that I'm thinking of right from the top of my head is so far Sami Zayn, LA Knight. Cody is 3. And I'm missing one more person who had a big push, but they didn't pull the trigger with them. But the 3 names that I mentioned, WWE has not pulled the trigger. I don't know what's going on with Triple H mindset or his idea of the vision for a new Universal Champion. But if I had to pick one, it would be Jey Uso. This will be an amazing push too, because not only will Jey Uso will be able to run the belt for a bit, but then we could get like a new version of Roman, like a true heel version, a person that is so angry at the world that until he get his prize, he ain't gonna stop. Like I could see Roman unleashing and becoming more like a prime Brock Lesnar when he was the Beast incarnated. Like just ruthless, knocking people out, demanding, like that ruthless aggressiveness. That's what I would like to see out of this match.
I feel like Roman needs to coming out of this pay-per-view. For me, I would like to see him with the title, but without Solo. Solo seeing Roman weaker and weaker, and he's like, yes, he is the tribal chief, he got the titles and everything, but like, he's losing faith in him. And it's like, I'm following this person, and he's beatable. Like, kind of like the tides are turning, kind of like the beginning of the falling of the kingdom. Like, he sees the walls cracking down, and like, he's beatable. So it's like, he's not like the one. Like, so I feel like eventually the Usos will end up like convincing Solo, and Solo will eventually like go with his brothers rather than kind of like follow the tribal chief. It'll be just him and kind of like him.
If Solo gets involved in this match, seeing that there's no disqualification, this will be an ideal moment where Solo chooses family blood over, the titlement, the higher power, and see that his brother, who did pin Roman Reigns, deserved this push. If anyone who could help Jay win this matchup is Solo. That's the only thing I could see is like Solo turning on Roman Reigns, help his brother get the title, move on, work on, building his character, winning the mid card, whatever it has to be,
or even be involved with the tag team, because they could literally be like the Usos, like all 3 of them.
They could
if they wanted, you know what I'm saying? If they wanted to, like.
We don't know how long Jimmy's out, so that's
because I know Kevin Owens injured, so you never like he's not.
And they haven't announced if they're going to relinquish the belt or not. So this would be the opportunity for them to be like, This is Jay moment.
Yeah.
But if Roman win, then
Which
so
is fine.
be it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing new, but I just want WWE to pull the trigger. And you out there, think about what we said. If you agree with it, leave in the comment below. If not, it's okay. Just let us know your thoughts on SummerSlam. So those are our prediction. Now, continuing on with our conversation. Isn't it strange to you that Rhea doesn't have a match? Mm-hmm. Austin Theory doesn't have a match.
Yeah, but yeah.
The tag team, GT Kevin Owen, no match. So no Sami Zayn. We're not getting Becky versus Trish in this match.
Correct.
The women's tag team is not being defended.
Yep.
What do you think is going on, my guy?
So I think for the Detroit one, I know we're doing this on Tuesday and we don't know what's going to happen on Friday.
Right.
It hasn't been decided or whatever. But I think, I know we're definitely having Santos Escobar against Austin Theory, but we don't know if we have it on Friday or we have it on the pay-per-view.
Worthy of a pay-per-view match.
Yes. And especially, but I think Santos Escobar can win it on Friday and be over with the crowd and kind of like start, like, because I think the pay-per-view it's on Saturday, so it's kind of like start, kind of like a pre-show situation. And I feel like a good amount of eyes will go on that. And it'll be a good way for Santos Escobar kind of, I know they were trying to push for a Spanish babyface. This is like a Latin American babyface would be great. But yeah, it's weird because the tag teams, there's really nobody, there hasn't been no programs for the tag team for the men's. And for the women's tag team, the people that are there, one team are going against each other, one is injured, and everybody else is not like believable yet. Because you have like Franken teams that are like, what's her name? You have
Emma
and like Nikki Cross. And you have like weird teams together that's like, all right, whatever, it's not gonna work out. But there's really no stories, and I think Rhea shouldn't. There's no competition for her. I know she injured Raquel, so there's really nobody else for her to go against.
Which kind of sucked because honestly, the whole thing of Raquel and Liv interference with Rhea was
Just
to show a payout that in SummerSlam we were going to finally have these two powerhouse women go at it and give us a good show because we wanted a rematch since the last time they did it, which was in NXT. So for me, that is kind of weird that they're not approaching that card whatsoever. So that sucked. Becky and Trish, like what the F? Like this would have been like you had a prediction that Lita could return and help making it 2-on-2, but it's 0-on-0.
Yeah.
We're not getting no matchup. So it's like, what was the whole point of the story? You know what I'm saying? What was the whole point of Zoe Stark going over Becky? And you're not pushing that. The women tag team, yes, there are Frankenstein teams that are developing, but there also are legitimate teams who can go for the women's tag team because it's the undisputed women tag team since it was merged with the NXT. So you have NXT talent that could be like, hey, we would like the chance for the belt. I don't know names right now, but
for SummerSlam, that's like SummerSlam's like it's one of the like major four. Like you want to give the crowd, I think like, good matches, and I feel throwing NXT folks, which they're good, but it's like I don't think they're ready for that moment yet. I know you should be given an opportunity, but it's like, no, I will hold off and give you what they given us, and it's like matches that we know they're gonna be great.
You could definitely give the match to Katana and Kaden Carter.
Yeah,
that would have been at least, call it a bathroom break match, whatever you want to call it. But at least the belt is being defended. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Bring back Candice and Indy. That would be, that's not Frankenstein.
No, but
the way is
True.
a legitimate group, even though there's rumor that Vince McMahon like put aside the development of the Way coming back into the main roster, which kind of sucks, but that's here nor there. So more women's tag team are just appearing up.
But you have Alba and Isla Dawn. Yeah.
They need a rematch.
Yeah.
They need to be like, yo, we won that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I want that belt.
I know.
And if not Becky, Bailey and Io, if they have nothing to do or she's not going to cash in, that's another match.
Yeah.
So all I'm saying is, like, someone is not paying attention to the full detail.
Yeah, but I've noticed they don't put every championship on
but
pay-per-view.
it's SummerSlam. It's
True.
one of the big four.
Yeah, true.
So if you're not going to present your best champions in the big four, what's the point of having these shows?
True.
Brock, you cannot tell me that the Brock and Cody match is going to last a whole 45 minutes.
It's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be longer than.
I see it as a 20-minute match, but I don't see it being like more than 25. Roman and Jay, I could see that being another 25, 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Ronda and this girl Blazer, I mean, a championship match is 3 minutes, 5 rounds. So that would be 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about at least Backlash. They didn't have a.
Backlash.
They didn't have an IC title match.
Backlash was not the last.
No, but I'm just trying to think back because every paper that they're giving us, something's missing. So sometimes if the IC title's not in, they do the US or vice versa.
But the tag team and the IC, I believe, or the US was defended the Friday night before.
Correct. So we gotta see what happens Friday. That maybe the US might be, defended.
But it's kind of suck that you're not like.
You're not getting residuals or money or yeah.
Rhea case. Yes, Raquel was the obvious opponent, but you're telling me that we could not had someone else ready to be like, Raquel be like, okay, Rhea, I'm out, but I'm gonna have someone ready to face you, and it could have been anyone. It could have been any big name from the NXT or one of the legends to face Rhea.
Yeah.
Not gonna win. I'm not saying they're gonna shoot. It could have been like homegirl herself. What's her name again? Samoan girl.
Not Tamina or Nia Jax.
Nia Jax. Nia Jax would have been a good opponent.
Yeah.
Brutal strength versus the baddest woman right now. Because it was. I'm not gonna say Becky. Because Becky's still tied with the Trish story. So it's like
there's
Raquel could have pulled a Daniel Bryanson and be like, yeah, like I'm not gonna be here. I'm gonna send out a replacement.
Yes, but I would keep a babyface, and just to help her out, I would have done Roxanne Perez.
Oh, that's a whoop.
No, but I'm saying,
that's a TKO, my.
But I would have done something. But I was saying, but I would do something. Somebody like babyface and similar.
Yes.
Somebody like that.
Okay, that's a good point for the babyface portion of it. Sure.
And I'm like, yes, I couldn't get it done, but at least somebody like she could at least pull it off or pull a page, and like somehow beat her. You know what I'm saying? Like who know? You know what I'm saying? Like who knows?
Roxanne and Rhea, like that's a David versus Goliath story that we could explore in 2024. But for now, Roxanne is already doing her thing in NXT. So. Yeah. I like what you said, but in my head, Nia Jax would definitely have been
true.
Even if it was a jobber, like I don't like to call her a jobber because I felt like she should have been champion a long time ago. Emma could have taken that L and just try her best just to entertain the idea, and then we all could be like satisfied. Like, hey, even though you didn't get the W, at least you're gonna get the residual from the pay-per-view.
I think it's
money.
Fine. I think it's fine for now.
I'm not saying, like in our previous conversation about quality versus quantity, you know what I'm saying? Because right now the quality of these matchups, it's okay. It's not the best, but
like
it's
okay. I would say like the Logan and Ricochet could have happened Monday. That didn't need to be in a pay-per-view. That's just me. Okay. But also, they try to capitalize on Logan and viewership and whatever, which I get. But that doesn't need to be in that pay-per-view. Everybody else, it's fine. Like, it's like...
Okay, I'm being truthful. I'm just being truthful. Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, that's been in the work. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy it's happening in SummerSlam. The triple threat match, it was definitely predictable, and it was obvious that these three women
You have
were...
the Seth and Finn.
Yeah.
Fine.
Seth and Finn, that's okay. That I could see that from a mile away, that he was going to be working with him. The Battle Royale, that's a filler. That's something that they made up on the spot just so they could.
They don't
fill
even
in
say
the
what
time.
who wins as a number one contender. They just have it just a.
It says TBC Men Battle Royale. That's all it says. It doesn't say what they win, what's the reward. All it says is just there's a winner. There's going to be a winner, which that to me, that filler match does not make sense. The Ronda Rousey versus Shayna Baszler, that match does make sense because it could be her last match in WWE due to the information that her contract is expiring. So she's facing her best friend.
But I think they probably, I'm just checking here. So the Battle Royale, I guess they're trying to do it because they got probably sponsored by Slim Jim. So they wanted to throw something there. But there's really there's really nothing. Like no title, nothing. They should be like, whoever wins gets a number one contender against Gunther or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Something.
There's no reward. There's no payout. That which sucks. That sucks.
That's a warm-up match.
And then Gunther versus Drew, that's like a rematch to the previous matchup that they had, their last face-off when Drew disappeared for a bit. That makes sense to me. But everything else, Cody versus Brock Lesnar, that could have been a Monday night as well.
I think they just needed, and also Brock has pull, so they're going to put them
in. He's Mr. SummerSlam, but if Logan Paul and Ricochet was a Monday match, this could also have been a Monday match. Yeah. And you could give them the last 45 minutes for them to go crazy and give that city, that arena, the best ending of their storyline. That's how I see it. But, again, to me, when I think of the Big Four are Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, I'm expecting that the ones that carry the belts around them is performing in some shape or form or have already defended their title before.
The only thing, I would say the only one that I feel like it should have been, I would have swapped Ricochet and the Logan for the...
Escobar and...
That's it. Everything else, like the men's tag team won it off TV or injured, and there's no story, no contenders for that, which is, okay, they're out of the picture. And for the women's, it's just, there's nobody there to compete against them yet. So there's really no other title available.
It's just like there was no contingency plan in case if Team A has failed, we have Team B to like come in and push on.
Yeah, but it's all about creative, and they also have their issues. As it's like they're focusing on the big titles, the secondary ones or the tag teams. It's like whatever happens. It's like it's not a priority at the moment.
And as a wrestling fan, I just need more organization. That's what I'm trying to say. It's just better organization, better planning, have contingency plan when things like this happen, because it's obvious wrestlers do get hurt. They do physically get hurt, but it does not mean that the show has to like be at pause just for them. It's like we could redirect. We should have other things in the work that could have been like jumping in and taking over and give us more enjoyment, but it is what it is. But that's our thoughts on SummerSlam and what should be occurring the next few days. Is there any topic or news you want to talk about?
No, I know that Great American Bash happened over the weekend. It was, what I saw was good.
The only new champions are round of applause for D'Angelo
and Stacks.
And Stacks. They're the new tag team champion. Everybody here.
Everybody retained. Yep. So it was good, and I think this maybe could be farewell match for Ilya Dragunov. Maybe get called up, hopefully, to the main roster. We'll see, and hopefully he don't get lost in the shuffle.
I mean, most likely because like JD McDowell, we haven't seen that dude in the longest. Other news, I guess, is like in Collision.
Yeah.
CM Punk introduced a new belt. He crossed it out, the E in All Elite, calling it the real belt. So if we're looking really deep into it. He eliminated the word elite in the word E, and he calling it the All Wrestling Real Belt, which is okay. I mean, like, I don't mind that he did that, but at the same time, it's like, how many belts are going to be displayed in Collision?
Yeah.
Because you have the Hart Championship belt that Willow and Stark has. The Trio belt, I'm loving that they're doing their thing in Collision. That's great. And did Orange Cassidy defended his belt on
I
Collision?
think the next one he's facing, it's against Roosh.
Against Roosh, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm a little bit confused of, like, how many other belts do AEW and Ring of Honor need in order for them to be, like, upfloat?
It's all, not all money, but it's like, it's all money. But I'll say, I haven't seen the, kind of like, you mentioned Ring of Honor. I haven't seen the TV show, but I'm looking forward to Samoa Joe as, for the Twisted Metal TV show. I'm looking forward to it.
I mean, the series is
I think it's starting sooner, coming up soon.
I thought it already started.
Yeah. I saw like a couple of clips on YouTube and stuff. It looked interesting. I played the game when I was younger, so it's like just to see how they turned the game into.
It's just sad that they're not using his voice.
He could talk.
He could talk, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, let us know what you thought on our prediction. Thank you for sticking around with us as we digest on the what the hell is WWE doing in the creative side. But you've been sticking with us. Please be sure to follow us on all of our social media. We're on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, IG. Well, it's no longer called Twitter. It's called X. Twitter, X, IG, YouTube, and as well TikTok, Providence Lucha Talk. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast app, give us the 5 stars, give us the like button, and we'll talk about the reaction of SummerSlam next week. Yep. So I'm your boy Jay.
And Susito.
We say good night, buenas noches.
Good night. See ya. Peace.